Well, hello, everybody. Thank you and welcome back. It's another month. We have a new government from a couple of months ago, and we've been getting a lot of questions lately about the GST rebate for first-time home buyers. It used to be that there was a program where you got a partial rebate on homes up to $450,000. And of course, over the last 20 years, home prices have changed a lot, so that doesn't really do much anymore. But now it's for homes up to $1 million and even a partial rebate even higher than that. Jay, so great to have you here. How are you doing today?
Hey, good, Josh. Yeah, we're doing good. So, yeah, look forward to maybe clearing the air about the rebate that we currently have and the one that they're talking about giving us because they're two different things totally.
Fantastic. So what we have with the GST rebate is it's not here yet. However, it was legislation tabled in May, on May 27th, and it applies to any purchase contracts made on homes after May 27th, so long as the legislation itself is finalized. It's currently pending royal assent, and it will replace the existing program for GST rebating. What it is you get your 5% back on homes up to now $1 million. And since most new homes are above 450 and kind of in that 400 to 800 or so price range in Edmonton, then that's going to be a 5% rebate on the GST. Now, how it's worked in the past is it actually ends up being a reduction in your price with the builder, and the builder is the one who receives the rebate. So if they're selling to you compared to selling to somebody who isn't eligible for the rebate, the total price you pay the builder is going to be the same. However, because it is currently not yet finalized, the price is unchanged. So if you go into a builder right now as a first-time home buyer, you're not going to notice anything that's different. However, it will be retroactively applied to any contracts that are entered into on or after the 27th of May, 2025. Now, there are a number of limitations, things designed to stop people from taking advantage of this, things designed to stop people from getting a cashback after the fact, things like that. Jay, how about you explain a few of the limitations that are part of this?
Sure, like generally it's once a lifetime, not available if your spouse or partner had previously claimed a rebate. And then you can't cancel and redo an agreement if you had, say, wrote it on May 25th. So that's what they have here. And I guess we're going to find out a little more clarity as to who exactly is a first-time home buyer. But generally, people know if they're a first-time home buyer, really.
It actually is going to follow the same guidelines as the other first-time home buyer program. So if you haven't owned a home occupied, or if you have not lived in a home owned by you or your current spouse in the previous 4-year reference period, you're considered a first-time home buyer. But I will point out that also includes owning a home outside of Canada that you lived in.
I think the biggest thing really that we need to clarify here, though, is there's a lot of buyers that think that they're actually going to reduce the prices of homes by 5%. So I'll tell you right now, like just speaking from our own personal experience, anything on the MLS, 99% of the time, the builder has already priced the rebate, if there is one, into the price. So let's say you were buying a property with a builder, you were a second-time home buyer, right? And it was $425,000. They actually have something called the Schedule A that's going to outline the rules of the first-time home buyer credit, right? They've already applied what they should get. And if they don't qualify because you're not a first-time home buyer, you have to pay the difference. So you actually end up paying for this rebate amount. And so what's happening here right now is there's a lot of confusion. Buyers are coming in thinking, great, I can buy this $600,000 house and get 5% off the list price. That isn't happening. How it's going to be delivered, we don't know. A lot of people are suggesting that even if you do buy and close and then it comes into effect, maybe there'll be a tax credit. We really don't know. Will it actually lower?
Even CRA has said they're not totally certain how it's going to be retroactively applied. It might be a tax credit, it might be a rebate back to your mortgage lender, because what it's not going to be is a cashback to you.
Yeah, so it is kind of fuzzy. And then there's also some fear like, hey, if I buy this home, this program takes effect, am I going to lose 5% on my value automatically? I don't think that's going to happen either. Like, we're already speaking with builders, and they said, like, we're getting pressure from suppliers. We're getting pressure from these trade guys. We have, 2 months of inventory. We don't have tons yet. So if this spurs on a bunch of buyer activity and we have a whole bunch of trade guys that we don't have enough tradesmen, prices have gone up to buy the materials, house prices could rise actually. So even with the rebate in effect, it could still create even a harder environment for our buyers. So obviously I say, every situation is different, but I certainly wouldn't be on the sidelines if you're waiting for a rebate from the government.
So there you have it. There's still a little bit of uncertainty around the GST rebate. It's not yet in effect. It will be retroactive to May 27th on any contracts entered after that. And it's not going to be in the form of a cashback that you get. It'll go either to your mortgage lender if your deal closes prior to it being live, or it will go to the builder and give you, as a first-time buyer, a little bit lower price. They'll have to adjust the contract a bit, but it's not likely going to reduce or result in significant discounts right now because of the pressure on new home prices. Yeah, so if you like this content, please click on like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and we'll come at you again next week with some more of this.